What would you choose if I gave you two options? Reach the ace tier or have a good KD? What if I tell you that you can have both? In this video, I'll tell you 5 things that you can change that could vastly improve your gameplay and that could help you reach the ace tier while having a good KD at the same time. And don't worry, none of it involves killing bots, because by the time you get all the bots, they are already being killed by my friend. I'm talking about you, Noobmaster69. But first things first, roll the intro. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel Just Don't Read. I am Bhavesh and today let's talk about PUBG. So a lot of you guys have been DMing me to make a video on PUBG, so here is the PUBG mobile video that you all have been waiting for. Ever since season 12, everyone has been reaching the ace tier. I don't know if this is because of the coronavirus pandemic, people are more free to play, or the game has got even more simpler or something like that. In 90% of these new ace players, you can see that they have a shambolic KD of below 1. So I guess ace tier has become the new crown tier because everyone is reaching it nowadays. It's not difficult to reach the ace tier, but what's difficult is to reach the ace tier with a good KD. So if you're one of those players who finds it difficult to maintain their KD, don't worry, I got your back. Also, if you want to play the game with me, send a friend request to me in the game. Let's play together. My username is BHAVACE, Bhav Ace. Please note B and A are capital. Or you could even add me by my player ID that's displayed on your screen right now. Please make sure that you leave a message when you're sending a friend request like, hey, I came here from your video, or hey, I saw you on YouTube, so that I know where you're coming from. I don't usually accept random invites, but hey, if you have that note, I'll surely accept your invite and I'll play together with you. I'm also thinking of starting streaming PUBG and other games on my YouTube channel, so if that's something that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you know when I go live, and in fact, like, I can even play with you on the live stream as well. So now that the introductory formalities are out of the way, here are the 5 tips and tricks that can help you improve your gameplay. Number 1, peek and shoot. I mean, I just can't describe how important this one setting is and how many games I have been able to pull off clutch in the end because of this one setting itself. Also, what surprises me the most is that how many players don't use this setting or they don't know about it. The mistakes that most new players make is that they come out of the hide-in to shoot their enemies while becoming a target themselves. So this option allows you to attack your enemies while having a cover of a stone or a tree at the same time so that you don't expose yourself whole body to the target of fire. You can activate this setting by going in the settings option and enabling the peek and scope. Trust me on this one. You do want to have that option enabled. Just don't think about it, go and do it. It will take some time to get accustomed to, but once you are accustomed to it, you are never disabling it again. This brings us to another similar tip that could be very helpful in the crunch situations. Number 2, the scope change. So not many people know this, but during a combat itself, you can instantly switch your scope. Imagine you are in a situation where you're attacking an enemy far away, like you have M416 with 6x or 4x on it, but while you're attacking them, someone from your behind comes suddenly, and I mean, you can't attack them with 6x or 4x. The best option in that case becomes a red dot or a 2x. But of course, you can't go to your back, switch scopes, because by the time you do that, you'll already be chilling in the lobby. So this is the time when you use that option. So how this works is that there's a small scope icon on which you click on it and you select the scope that you want to use and it switches up instantaneously. So again, you can activate this setting by going to the settings option, and under scope you can enable the scope change option. You won't use this quite often, but in case you're stuck with the scenario that I just mentioned, this will help you get out of it. However, make sure that you carry multiple scopes. Always carry one red dot is what I would suggest you, just in case this scenario rises, and you can have any other scope that you want. Now in the third trick, I'll tell you how you can use your phone's hardware to improve your gameplay. Tip number 3, gyroscope. Do you know PUBG allows you to use your mobile's gyroscope to help better your gameplay? This is one trick that not many players out there know. But if you can master this trick, then beating you in a close combat is going to be very difficult for anyone out there. Also, this is something that professional gamers have mastered and use it way more often than other tricks that I'm going to talk about or have talked about in this video. So how this works is, suppose you're using AKM with 2x and you're like attacking the enemy, but this is one of those enemies who dodges and keeps attacking you. I mean, one of those 3 claw, 4 claw, whatever, like 5-6 fingers player.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
So what you can do to counter this technique is make use of your phone's gyroscope and tilt your phone accordingly according to their movements and attack them. This would help you avoiding that fidgeting on your screen when such a player arises. To enable this, again go back to the settings option in the game and enable the gyroscope and set it to scope only mode. However, this trick would only work if your phone has gyroscope so that PUBG can utilize it. One thing that I would like to note is that mastering this trick is very difficult, but again, if you master it, beating you in one-on-one close combat is going to be very difficult. This next trick is very helpful if you are someone who plays on a device with a smaller screen. Number 4, reduce transparency. If you're someone who's stuck with a device that has a smaller screen, oftentimes you'd find that the buttons take up majority of the screen and you can't spot the enemy beforehand. To avoid such scenarios, transparency is your best friend. Go to the settings option, button layout, and then adjust the transparency so that you can better spot the enemies and you can better see the game screen. Another advantage of this trick that not many players out there know is that you can increase the size of the shooting button or the scope button and reduce its transparency so what it does is that it gives you more room to shoot while not hindering your gameplay. Also, it's amazing how the human brain works. After you have been playing with this button layout for some time, you would notice that you don't even have to see the buttons and you can automatically interact with the game screen. So if you're someone who's already reached that stage, then you can turn the transparency all the way down so you can have the 100% of the screen as the game screen without any buttons disturbing you. This last trick is more of a strategic one and not something that you have to practice to or get accustomed to. Trick 5. Changing the ammo limits. Every player has been stuck in a situation where they have run out of smoke grenades, ammo, or even painkillers, or hell, even bandages when that blue zone is rushing upon you and you only wish that you had taken that extra second to pick up that one bandage.
Run.
You can easily avoid this situation by adjusting the item limits in the settings option of the game again. So if you're someone who uses gun like M416 too much like me, then you can increase the limit of the 5.56 ammo and decrease the limit of the other ammo so that it doesn't take up space on your bag.
Another one.
However, there's one item that I would highly recommend you to increase the limit of: smoke grenade. Players usually think that smoke grenade is useless. However, it is the most important tactical item in the game. So if you're someone who doesn't use smoke grenade at all,
Stop it. Get some help.
trust me on this one and increase the limit of smoke grenade and use them smartly. I usually carry 6 to 7 smoke grenades and it has helped me so much, especially when my teammates get knocked and I have to revive them, or like even when in the end zones when I have to run but the enemy knows my location and the blue zone is behind me. So these are the 5 tips that should definitely help you improve your gameplay. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and share this video with their friends who need to improve their KD and their gameplay. Also subscribe to our channel so that you get notified when I start live streaming, and I'll leave my username and ID in the description below so you can add me up or just leave me a note when you're sending me a message, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, just don't read.